Here. Hari Om, Hari Om. Yeah. Hari Om, Hari Om.
Next. Oh. No, பக்கத்துல வச்சுக்கோ.
Still closer.
இது நான் போட்டுங்க. Continue. Allow.
எத்தனை கால் கேட்குறான்?
வந்துருது. ஓகே, ஸ்டே கோ-ஹோஸ்ட் பண்ணல. ஸ்டே ரீக்ளைம் ஹோஸ்ட் போட்டுருங்க. ரீக்ளைம் ஹோஸ்ட்.
Okay. Our time has gone, huh? 8 minutes. We lost time there. New sloka. You have done all those. Suktas are all done.
Every day different one, Swamiji. And we do rotation from beginning, whatever we have learned, so that we at least keep memories.
To start with Meta Suktam.
Yeah.
Om Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om Om Yachandasa Mrishabho Vishwarupaha Chandobhyodhyamrita Sambhabhuva Samendro Methaya Aspranoto Amritasya Devadharano Bhuyasam Shariram me vichashanam Jikva me madhumattama Karnabhyam bhuri vishruvam Brahm koshosi methaya vihidaha Om Shanti Shanti Om Meta Devi Jushamanana Agam Dishwachi Bhadra Sumanasya Mana Tvaya Jushta Nudamana Duruktan Brihatvadema Vitate Suvira Tvaya Jushta Rishir Bhavati Devi Tvaya ब्रह्मागतश्रीरुतत्वया त्वया जुष्टच्चित्रं विन्दते वसुसानो जुषस्वत्र विनो नमेते मेधां म इन्द्रो ददातु यथां देवी सरस्वती मेधां मे अश्विनावुभावा दत्तां पुष्करस्रजाम् अप्सरासु च या मेधा गन्धर्वेषु च यन्मनः दैवी मेधा सरस्वती सा मां मेधा सुरपिर्जुषतागं स्वाहा आमां मेधा सुरभिर्विश्वरूपा हिरण्यवर्णा जगती जगम्या ऊर्जस्वती पयसा पिन्वमाना सा मां मेधा सुप्रतीकाजुषन्ताम् मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मय्यग्निस्तेजो ददातु मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि इन्द्रियं ददातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि सूर्यो भ्राजो ददातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् सत्प्रत्यया किन्नु विहाय सन्तम् हृद्देशचिन्तारहितो हृदाख्यः कथं स्मरामस्तममेयमेकम् तस्य स्मृतिस्तत्र दृढैव निष्ठा मृत्युञ्जयं मृत्युभियाश्रितानाम् अहं मतिर्मृत्युमुपैति पूर्वम् अतः स्वभावात् अमृतेषु तेषु कथं पुनर्मृत्युधियोऽवकाशः So, two verses are Vandana Shlokas, Mangalacharanam. Mangalacharanam here is Vardhu Vastu Nirdesha Vakyas, to indicate what is the subject matter of this textbook. So what is the subject matter? Is Sat Vastu Sad Darshanam. Sat Vastu Darshanam, the vision of truth. Without that Sat Vastu, nothing is possible. Even to offer your prayer, first you have to exist. That very existence, which is lending existence to the entire creation, including yourself, is the one to be known. That is the vision here Ramana Maharshi is giving. Now Mrityunjayam Mrityubhyashritanam Aham Matir Mrityumupaiti Purvam Atas Svabhavat Amruteshu Teshu Kataha Punar Mrityudhiyovakashaha. So, this bhakti that we are talking about is always in duality. There is a bhakta and Bhagavan. As long as this duality is retained, there is always mrityu bhi, fear of mrityu, death. Now, who is this maker of division? The division maker is aham mati. Aham mati. This I thought is the one that is creating the division. It is not only creating division between God and you, but is creating division in every relationship. What makes you inimical to someone, friendly to someone? It's all our ego, ahankara. And this ahankara is such that you yourself don't know it is ahankara. That is the beauty, the Maya, Bhagavan's Maya. Ahankara thinks that I have no ahankara. And it justifies saying that it is not coming because of my ahankara I am talking. It will declare also. So confidently. Swamiji, I am telling you the truth. It is not my ahankara. Who is telling this? It is ahankara. Now, this is how it is so difficult. That's why Ramana Maharshi chose to address this ego. So, Jiva Vichara. So, Jiva Jagat Ishvara Vichara. Anyone, if you take, you will end up in the Satvastu. So, it is better we start with ahankara because one reason, it is very intimate and also it is a hard nut to crack. So there is one called Kama Gita in Mahabharata. It is said, ahankara can never be destroyed. Whatever be your achievement in life, whether you are a jnani or a yogi or a great person in the society, wherever, whatever be your achievement, ego will still be there. Who knows the Sudrsho Maya? Who is equal to me? So, this insight, Ramana Maharshi's interest is to show the insight into our own ego. It is not to point out somebody's ego. What happened to us when we listen to the description, we have a tendency to think, oh, that person has these qualities. What happened to us? We don't look at ourselves. So, Mrityunjayam Mrityubhyashritanam. So, what is Ashritanam? If you surrender to the Lord of Mrityunjaya, that is Lord Shiva, What he does is, he removes the mrityubhi, the fear of death. By how? What? By removing the duality. What is the duality? Ego. He removes the ego, means what? He removes the devotee. The division between you and the Lord he removes and make both devotee and Bhagavan as one. So this is the beauty of surrendering to. That's why surrender, Sharanagati, is something that the ego cannot take it. Ravana was asked to surrender many times, but he never agreed. Why? It's a personification of ego. This much we saw last time, now continuing. Sarve nidanam jakatohamascha Vachya prabhu kachitaparashaktihi Chitretra lokyam cha vilokita cha Pata prakashopyabhavatsa ekaha Sarve nidanam jakatohamascha Vachya prabhu kachitaparashaktihi Chitretra lokyam cha vilokita cha Pata prakasho pyabhavatsa ekaha. Reducing all division to nama rupa is called mithyatva nischaya. Reducing all division to nama rupa. This is called mithyatva nischaya. You can arrive at the divisionless truth by inquiring into any one of its three divisions. By analyzing the wave, you can arrive at the water. By analyzing a bubble or ocean, you can arrive at water. You need not analyze every single wave. Therefore, Jiva Vichara will lead you to Sat Brahma, or Jagat Vichara will also lead you to Adhishthanam, and Ishvara Vichara also will lead you to Adhishthanam. Self-realization and God-realization are one and the same. Therefore, you can choose any one of the two. Both are equally effective. But Ramana Maharshi considered Jiva Vichara is the best method. Jiva is otherwise called Ahankara. Therefore, Ahankara Vichara is strongly recommended by Ramana Maharshi. Now, why is it the best method? Number one reason is Ahankara is the most intimately available as the first person among the three. Jagat is the second person and Ishvara is the third person. Therefore, proximity is one reason. The second reason is Ahankara is the most toughest nut to crack. Because of the proximity, we have developed intense attachment to Ahankara. Therefore, ahankara cannot be cracked, tackled easily. What cannot be easily tackled should be directly tackled. That's why if you have fear for something, you have to face the fear, not go around or avoid it or try to substitute it. When I am doing Jagat Vichara or Ishvara Vichara, ahankara is only indirectly attacked, which attack is not powerful enough. Yeah, you will add information, give information to ego. Oh, this is Ishvara. Oh, this is Jagat. Now this is what is happening to the scientists. The more they discover and find out, the more information they gather. What is happening? Ego is strengthening, that is all. It is not going to help the ego to destroy itself. Scriptural study may make the ahankara strong also. I am a jnani. I have PhD, double PhD, I am MPhil. I know Shankara Bhashyam, Ramanuja Bhashyam, Madhva Bhashyam. I am Shanmatha Acharya. Shanmukha is good, but Shanmatha Acharya. I am well informed. That ahankara still not tackled. Therefore, direct attack of ahankara is important because ahankara is the strongest of all the three. Therefore, Ramana Maharshi's approach is ahankara vichara. In his teaching, he repeatedly talks about ahankara vichara and the problem caused by ahankara. The role of ahankara vichara, but the process of ahankara vichara is not elaborately dealt with. The significance is dealt with, the role is dealt with, and the purpose is dealt with, but not the actual process of ahankara vichara. This silence and brevity with regard to the process of ahankara vichara can be interpreted in different ways. Silence can be interpreted as approval also and disapproval also. Some people misinterpreted the silence. They thought that ahankara vichara is closing the eyes, sitting in meditation, and go on asking, who am I, who am I? From where did this ahankara come? They get stuck with regard to the process of inquiry. But Vedanta says ahankara vichara should be done with Guru Shastra Upadesha. Ramana Maharshi wanted that self-inquiry should be done with the help of Guru and Shastra. Now in this shloka, Ramana Maharshi reduces the division into twofold division. Subject-object division. Jiva, Jagat duality. Brahman is the Adhishtanam. Here Ramana Maharshi uses Ishvara as a symbol of Brahman itself. Ishvara has two meanings. we have to understand according to the context. In one context, Ishvara is one member of plurality, Jiva Jagat Ishvara. Therefore, Ishvara is Nama Rupa, Samashti Upati Upahita Chaitanya. It's called Ishvara. Veshti Upati Upahita Chaitanya Jiva. In the second context, Ishvara refers to Brahman, the Adhishthanam also. Here Ishvara is referred to as Satchit Ananda Satyam. Sarvai, all the philosophers, Nidanam Vachya, have to talk about the lender of existence. Any plurality must have an inhering adhishthanam. Any plurality will have an inhering adhishthanam. So, Nidanam Vachya, Sarvai, all philosophers, whether it is what you call opponent of Vedanta or supporter of Vedanta, there are 6 schools, isn't it? One is Purvamimamsa, Uttaramimamsa, Yoga, Nyaya, Visishta, Vaisheshika, and then what? Vaisheshika? Sankhya. Yes. These are the 6 schools. Nastika is also there. All of them has to talk about what? One adhishthanam. So see how beautifully he puts it. Sarve nidanam. Vachya. Any plurality must have an inhering adhishthanam. Whether you talk about Dvaitam or Advaitam or Vishishtadvaitam, in all of them, there is one common factor they have to talk about. Jagataha ahamascha. For the subject-object duality, there must be one essential inhering truth. So, subject-object. For both of them to exist, there must be a common platform, isn't it? Adhishthanam Vachya must be talked about by all philosophers. What is the basic stuff of creation? Prabhu, Prabhu Kaschita. Who? What is the ultimate truth? The Lord Brahman. This everybody agree. That there is God. That they will say. Even the what you call Semitic religion also, they have to accept there is God. And all the schools of thought, they all, whether it is what you call Purvamimamsa, or it is Yoga, or Nyaya, or Sankhya, or Vaisheshika, all of them have to accept there is God, isn't it? Nobody says there is no God. So, and that Prabhu is Apara Shakti. It has got infinite, limitless powers to manifest as plurality. Once you accept that Brahman, Jiva and Jagat will become mere Nama Rupa. This Mithyatva Nischayam we have discussed in Mandukya many times. Brahma Sutra also we discussed, so I don't have to keep repeating. But here our Ramana Maharshi is emphasizing that Jiva and Jagat become mithya only from the standpoint of Brahman. Okay? From the standpoint of Jiva, the world is very real. Don't mistake. You know the famous story that a Shishya was taught by his Guru, Sarvam Brahmamayam, everything is Brahman. So he went for Bhiksha. Then on the way there was an elephant. And the Mahat told him, hey, move, move. He said, my Guru has told everything is Brahman. He walked into the elephant. The elephant pulled him and threw him to the ditch, limping, broken bones. He came to the Guru. Hey, what happened to you? He said, this is what happened listening to your teaching. But that Mahat also told you move. Don't you consider him also Brahman? He is also Brahman. That Brahman has warned you, you didn't listen. This is what happened to half knowledge. So apara shaktihi, which has got infinite, limitless power to manifest as plurality. Once you accept that Brahman, Jiva and Jagat will become Nama Rupa. Nama Rupa is one way of understanding, reducing the world to Mithya. Because Namam and Rupam both have no real existence. Is it not? Pot is a name to a form. Now the pot and the name, pot and the form, pot and the form. Pot is a name and the form is shape. Now tell me, can it exist independently? One day Gurudev had this question to Tapojanji Maharaj. What is this conditioned Atma? So Tapojanji Maharaj said, see that river, because in Uttarakashi, Gangaji flows very close to the ashram. So he said, you see the waves in the Ganga. Go and bring one wave from the river. So commanded by his Guru, he went with the bucket and caught hold of one wave and brought it to Tapojanji Maharaj. Maharaj was looking at it. Hey, I asked you for a wave and you are bringing a water. The wave is the namam given to a form. It has no independent existence other than water. So, this is called Mithyatva Nischaya. This is how you have to understand the world has no independent existence. It has existence borrowed from Paramatma. But other than that, there is no independent existence. Sa ekaha prakashaha. that one non-dual Chaitanyam alone has abhavat become the subject-object duality. See? That Paramatma alone became two. The subject is also Paramatma, object is also Paramatma. He gives a beautiful example. Vilokita cha lokyam cha. The observer jiva and the observed world. Infinite can never become finite, and finite cannot become infinite. It can appear as though divided, seemingly divided. So, removal of substantiality from wave and ocean is called mithyatva nischaya. Elimination of duality. The same way, Jiva Jagat Ishvara Bheda is perceived by us. This need not be negated and cannot be negated also. But retaining that perception, you can know the adhishthanam of Jiva and Jagat. Today morning only I discussed this in Naishkarma Siddhi. See, when we look at the mirror, now before coming to the class, everybody must have looked at the mirror. When you look at the mirror, what do you see? Pratibimba. But actually, are you seeing Pratibimba or Bimba? This question you never asked, right? If you are seeing Pratibimba, then suppose you have to apply makeup, cream or powder. Will you be doing on the mirror? No. All the upacharas you will do only on Bimba, isn't it? But when you see Pratibimba, what are the limitations? It is in the mirror. And according to the type of the mirror, the size also changes. And when you stand in front, it appears. If you move away, disappears. So appearance, disappearance, good, bad or indifferent, all these are depending upon the mirror, isn't it? But you standing in front of the mirror, anything happens? Nothing happens. So, while seeing the reflection in the mirror, don't mistake it as reflection, it is you. I am saying myself. This understanding is called realization. Okay. How beautiful it is. But the question comes, without the mirror we cannot see the reflection. So too, without the mind you cannot experience the Paramatma. Mind is required, so don't destroy the mind. So that is why I said you will continue the transaction even after realization. Otherwise, what happened? Every realized Mahatma, the world disappears. Then how will he function in the world? Then you will not get the knowledge also. Then you will not have this belief or faith that it is possible. But Bheda will not hurt you. Now he gives an example. Atra Chitra, in the Chitrapata, in a painted canvas. Yatha ekaha pataha abhavat. One divisionless canvas appears as lokyam cha vilokita cha. Lokyam means the observed inert object. And vilokita also as the observer, the Chetana Jiva. Now suppose you say an embroidered scene. Now sometime when you go to somebody's house, a beautiful painting, not painting, the embroidered cloth is hanging. In that embroidered cloth you will see a beautiful clouds and birds flying and a river flowing and a tree is there, a small mountain is there, and the sun is rising. All this beautiful scene is so wonderfully depicted. And you start admiring also. And there is a one person standing there and admiring the beauty also. That is also there. Now your little child comes. He saw there is one little, small little piece hanging. And he start pulling that. What happened? You suddenly see the tree is disappearing. The sun is, the cloud disappearing, everything. It all become one bundle, one cloth, one thread, isn't it? That is what Bhagavan says here. It is, whether it is Jadavastu or Ajadavastu, what is that? Depending upon Adhisthana, isn't it? Now movie, nowadays we have better example, movie. In that movie is one Adhisthana, what is that? Screen. In that screen what do you see? Moving, unmoving also, isn't it? There are roads which is not moving, cars running, ocean, fire, riots, wars, so many people dying and flood of blood, rivers of blood flowing. Now Mahabharata war they show in the screen. And after that movie is over, you go and touch the screen. Where is the blood? So, sarve nidanam jagatohamascha vacha prabhu sarve nidanam, by all jagataha ahamaha cha nidanam. I am the nidhanam. I means here it is Paramatma here, not the ahammati, ahankara. Ahankara is also okay. Kaschit prabhu apara shaktihi. That Lord who has immeasurable power, Vacha atra chitre. So this is to be accepted here in this picture. Lokyam vilokitacha. Seen and the seer. Pataha, the canvas. Prakashaha, the light. Api, also. Sa ekaha, the one alone. Abhavat. Ekaha prakashaha, one light alone is illumining. That divisionless substratum, if is discovered, then whatever you see is only name and form. Seeing the ocean, the wave is not scary. Elimination of wave without removing wave. Okay. That's called mithyatva nischayam. Once you have that saddarshan, then the ego is only a name and form. Likewise, the world also, which has no independent existence. World also disappears. That knitted fabric, beautiful example. Now, in Advaita Makarandam, there is one beautiful verse, similar words. Jada jada vibhagoyam ajade mayi kalpidaha vitti bhage same chitre chara chara vibhagavate. The division as the inert thing and the sentient being is imagined in me, the pure consciousness. Just like the moving and the stationary things in a painting upon a plain white wall. Movie also correct. The screen. If the screen has got some spot, dark spot, then the heroine will have a dark spot. Continuing. Arabhyate jiva jagat paratma tattvabhidanena matam samastam idam trayam yavadaham madhisyat sarvottamaham atishunyaniஷ்ඨா. Arabhyate jiva jagat paratma all the philosophical and religious system will have to accept three basic tattva. Samastam matam arabhyate. Every philosophical system begins abhidanena, with introducing the basic three principal tattvams. What are they? Jiva, individual, who is the hero of this philosophy. Number two, Jagat, the world, the villain. The third, Ishvara, Jiva Jagat Karana Bhutaha. After introducing these three, they prescribe sadhanas connecting these three. Look at this. How beautiful it is. Every system of philosophy has to talk about Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. Then how they connect each other differs from each other. But they are all trying to connect. What are they doing? All such sadhanas presuppose division and preserve the division. With any amount of sadhana, the jiva will continue to be jiva, sometimes an exalted jiva, refined jiva. Even if you go to Brahmaloka, still jivatva is retained. So, this triad continue to remain as long as the ahankara is sustained. Then what is the result? Insecurity and samsara will continue. Yavat idam trayam asti. As long as this triad is maintained, Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, Taham, Tavat, Aham Madisyat. There will be the finite ahankara. As long as this ahankara is there, this triad will be there. Start with triad, refine your ahankara, it must be the attack of dvaita. This is called apavada. The finite ahankara is uprooted, thereby attaining sarvottama nishta, the state of culmination which alone is valid. Aham mati shunyam. I am not a karta, bhokta, bhakta, upasaka, pramata. Brahmaiva na brahmavit. I am not even a jnani. That is a state of wisdom. Tatra vedaha abeda bhavanti. Experience will continue, but with the awareness that it is all only nama rupa. Okay? So don't start thinking that, no, we have done. Swamiji, I have been listening to you for the last 20 years. We have done the ultimate Brahma Sutra Bhashyam also we have done. Now, our kya padna hai? What is there to study? We can teach others now. Kya hai? Who is telling this? Think about it. Whatever you learned, only what? Nama Rupa. Saptajalam Mahadarnyam Chitta Brahmanakaranam. The fallacy of ego is to be appreciated by one's own ego, not looking at others' ego. Thus, Advaitam also starts with Dvaitam, but culminate into Advaitam. Therefore, it is a valid system of teaching. arabhyate jiva jagat paratma tattvabhidanena matam samastam. So school of thought begins with three entities. Jiva Jagat Ishvara. Even material world also start with elements, then matter, then it'll go to energy, isn't it? So they start with plurality, then finally reduce. Now quantum physics and all that finally comes to what? One. They started with string theory. Now they gone to what? Eh? Yeah. They will come with some new words, that's all. But still they don't know what it is. They have come to consciousness now. Quantum physics have come to consciousness. But still they don't know what it is. They say there is consciousness. They're trying to figure out how it functions. But the person who is trying to figure out is that consciousness. He doesn't know that. Anyway. Start with many but ends in one. Now, if you don't get answer, what we do? Next verse. Satyam rishava chititam jadam va dukkham sukham vetti mudha vivadaha adrishtaloka niraham pratitihi Nishta vikalpa paramakileshta. Satyam Rishava, real or false, idam this, chit jadam va, dukkham sukham va, iti vivadaha. To arrive into adhishthanam, you can probe into any one of the three, mithya jiva vichara, or mithya jagat vichara, or mithya ishvara vichara will lead to satya adhishthanam brahma. But jiva vichara is the most efficacious rather than jagat ishvara vichara. Why? Because in jiva vichara alone, ahankara is directly attacked. Now these people keep on arguing, vivada. This world is real or false, sentient or inert. Is it sorrow or joy? This sorrow or joy, happiness and unhappiness is also an interpretation of our mind. What you think happiness, for somebody it is unhappiness. What you think it is unhappiness, for someone it is happiness. Because seeing your unhappiness, other person is very happy. Isn't it? Adu venam. So happiness and sorrow is also relative. So this kind of vivada, mudha vivada. Mudha means no purpose, useless argument. That reminds me of vivada. I must have told you before, but you must have forgot, which is good for me. There was a conversation between Bhojaraja, Vikramaditya, and Kalidasa. The Kalidasa must have been a Bengali, I think, because he loves fish. The one who loves fish has to be either a Bengali or Malayali. He was definitely not Malayali, I know. He must have been Bengali. So one day he was coming, walking in the paddy field. He saw fresh fish. So he lifted one. And as he was coming, Bhojaraja saw that from his balcony. King standing there. He thought that I will catch Kalidasa now. So when the moment Kalidasa saw, the Raja noticed. What he did was he took out his Angavastram and wrapped it and put it in his katshap. Came to the king. King asked, Katshekim. What is in the katsha? No hesitation. Mama pustakam. My book. Oh, it's your book? Then the water is still dripping. Kim udakam. Why water is dripping? Kavyeshu sarodakam. The essence of the kavya that is written there is dripping. Oh. Then what happened in his hurry to wrap up? His tail was coming out. So Raja noticed this. So he asked, Pucham Kim? I see the tail. What is that? Khanatala-patra likitham. So, olden days they used to write the thing in the palm leaf tree. Palm leaf trees, palm tree's leaves, the end of it looks like fish tail. Palm leaf, the end portion looks like fish tail. So, Khanatala Patra Likhidam, it is written in this palm tree leaves. Therefore, it looks like fish tail. Because look at this, both of them know what it is. Nobody want to agree. Now, before pulling the carpet under the feet, he praises, Raja praises Kalidasa. Bho, Gunadhyo Bhavan. You are great. Then the last question he thought he can catch him. He said, Jeevan Kim. Why? Because it is still not dead. Now, Kalidasa says, Anukula mantra likhitam sajjeevitam pustakam. Mrita Sanjeevani Vidya is given written there. Mrita Sanjeevani Vidya, because of that power of that Vidya, it is shaking. This is called Vivada. Okay. You got the example. Both of them know what it is. But nobody wants to agree. Muda Vivada. Useless. Niraham pratitihi. The knowledge of No I. No I means no ego. Avikalpa, thoughtless state, nishta, parama nishta. That is the supreme state. Adrishtaloka. Now, Adrishtaloka means what? One in which the world is not seen. Not seen means what? It is not that he doesn't see world. He sees the world. But as Nama Rupa. He doesn't give importance to this world. See, such a state of mind. Think about it. Nothing affects him. Koi vando, koi nindo. Nothing affects him. Think about it. That is state. Why we get affected? It is all the ego's play. You get hurt. Who get hurt? Ego. Why should she say that to me? What does she think? Who is Let her say what she wants. It's her problem. Why I worry? She hurts, Swamiji. It hurts. In what happened? सब लोग गया? Oh, battery's gone. Finished. I didn't bring the power. I didn't think it is going to last. It'll there. The next day I had to bring the connection also. So, now they will be sad. Oh. Anyway, they can switch to YouTube. All of you switch to YouTube.
They have to be on YouTube to hear that, Swamiji.
They won't hear.
They need ego to tackle ego. So they need YouTube to tackle.
Satyam rishava chititam jadam va dukkham sukham vetti muda vivadaha adrishtaloka niraham pratitihi nishta vikalpa paramakileshta. The mithyatvam of the world is often a problem for jiva. How can I say it is mithya? Because he tried to understand the mithyatvam of the jagat through ahankara drishti. If ahankara struggled to understand the mithyatvam of the world, it will miserably fail. Because the world is never mithya for ahankara. For ahankara, jagat is satyam. Whereas world along with ahankara, both are mithya for Brahman. Only in Brahma drishti, jagat is mithya. Thus, jagat mithyatvam is not clear from the standpoint of ahankara. Often the jagat vichara does not eliminate ahankara. Rather, it adds one more glory to ahankara. I am a jnani. Therefore, vivadaha idam jagat. An inquiry into the jagat as to satyam risham va, whether it is real or unreal, tijjadam va, whether it is chetanam or achetanam, dukkham sukham va, whether it is sukham or dukkham, idi mudha vivadaha. Such discussion vyarthaha, futile. It does not knock off ahankara, that's the idea. On the other hand, if the ahankara is knocked off, even if you do not do jagat vichara, the world cannot harm you. Thus, jiva vichara is the most efficacious rather than jagat and ishvara vichara. So don't waste your time. This jagat is real or unreal. It doesn't make any sense. The culmination of inquiry should be that in which ahankara's absence must be assured. Paramanishta, that state, the ultimate state of all such inquiries, akhileshta, is desired by all the seekers. Avikalpa, that is a state of wisdom in which there is no division. Nirvikalpa jnananishta. Adrishtaloka, a state in which the world is not seen or seen as unreal. Na vidyate drishtaha lokaha yasyam avasthayam sa niraham pratiti. The state of wisdom in which one does not see the localized I. Parama, that is the highest state. An experiential divisionlessness is only a temporary state. Like what? Samadhi or sushupti. Nirvikalpa samadhi is also a temporary state. In Advaita Anubhava, Dvaitam is in potential form. Because when you come out of Samadhi, the potential Dvaitam comes again. Any Anubhava is displaceable by the next Anubhava. But Advaita Jnanam is, I am non-dual all the time, in spite of Vedas. Why? Because Vedas are mithya Vedas, appearing in me and dissolving in me. The arrival of mithya dvaitam cannot disturb my satya advaita svabhava. Yeah. Satyam rishava jititam jadam va dukham sukham cheti muda vivadaha adrishtaloka niraham pratitihi nishta vikalpa paramakileshta. Okay. This argument is something like in the dream. You dream people are arguing. How long it will be there? Until you wake up, isn't it? Same way, all this noise they are making, how long it will be there? As long as our ego is there. So we have to understand Ravana's standpoint. that he says the whole problem is ego. The whole 40 verses are going to talk about this ego only. Nothing else. Autobiography of ego. At some point you get tired of listening also. Because it is your ego, that's why the problem. You don't want to hear about it. At one point you feel very tired. What is he talking about? The same thing will happen in 16th chapter, Devasara Sampatti Vibhaga Yoga also. You keep on listening after some time, what is this? Too much. Same thing will happen here also, I am warning you. So we'll stop here today. Otherwise, you stop coming. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.